In this hypothesis of everything, I believe that there are 7 dimensions. By definition, a dimension is measurable, or its impact can be quantified as applied to the 6th and 7th dimensions of consciousness. Spoiler alert, Chapter 3 will dig deeper into this 7-dimensional model, but it is necessary to give a brief description here for this chapter's context. The first dimension is a line, x, that has only length, no width nor depth. The second dimension introduces an intersecting line, xy, a plane. There are height and width, but no depth. This is the dimension of everything visible. The third dimension is another intersecting line to create depth, xyz, a cube. This dimension is most natural for us to understand because it is the physical realm in which we and everything else exists. The fourth dimension is time. For the physical realm to have movement, it requires time to arrive from one point in space to another. Time is the realm of the living. Before we are alive and after we are alive, there is no experience of time, although there is abundant evidence of the past before our existence. The unique aspect of time is that it is linear and moves only forward. Some physicists suggest that the fifth dimension is frequency or vibration. I agree with them. Included in frequency are rhythm, patterns, energy, light, sound, and brainwaves. Specifically for this model, the fifth dimension is language and imagination. Imagination is distinct from thoughts. You are thinking all of the time. You have thoughts. Yet imagining is something creative. Imagination is a voluntary thought to create images in your mind. All images exist in language. Even if the image itself is unique enough not to have a label, you can give it a description. Language authors and manipulates all of the other dimensions. In the third dimension, things exist, but they don't become real until they are given a name. Not only does a name assign reality, but it also provides us with the power to manipulate it or use it. Language built the 7 wonders of the world. Language tore down the Berlin Wall. Language elects presidents and ruins economies. Language wages war and declares peace. Language unites in marriage and gives our covenants and contrasts existence, which are also dissolved by language. Language defines our identity and beliefs. Language seeks out the cures for diseases. Language kills reputations and ignites genocides. In our stories and myths of creation, there is first language, and God said. Language is a dimension of order and chaos. There is a portal between the 5th and 6th dimensions. This portal is motivation, inspiration, to act upon our language or imagination, even if it's language given to us by others. It doesn't always feel like a choice either. Fear is a powerful motivator, but there is no meaning to the 6th dimension inside of instinct and survival. The portal is also where language finds agreement and becomes real. Reality is language plus agreement. That's why we have dictionaries and reference sources. But sometimes the agreement can change. For example, before 2006, there were 9 planets in our solar system. All of the textbooks and exams required us to acknowledge that there were 9 planets. It was real. And then the agreement of the definition of the word planet changed, and Pluto dropped out. Reality changed because the agreement changed. The 6th and 7th dimensions are dimensions of consciousness measured by their effects. The 6th dimension is responsibility. Responsibility takes language and translates it into intentional results. Responsibility is uniquely human. It is the dimension of meaning. Love, truth, is a 7th dimension. The consistent pitfall of this dimension is that we understand it or know it fully. While love and truth have entirely different definitions, they both have everything to do with connecting. Meaning, significance, and individuality fades or disappears into love, truth when we get close to this dimension. We see glimpses and reflections of it and participate in it every day as we experience connections that feel like both love and truth. It manifests in the effects of gratitude, contribution, fun, play, peace, art, music, beauty, etc. Psychologists give it the label positive emotion, but I believe that it is something more. It springs forth from a source deep within us that sometimes feels lost or smothered. I'm convinced that the source of the intertwined double helix of love and truth, like the DNA in our psyche's nucleus, it is a seventh dimension belonging to every human. It is the dimension of the divine and, in this case, the essential hero inside of you.